Hello, this is Malena, and I graduated from the University of Life. I know that sounds like, oh, the University of Life. Well, all of us have gone through so much. We have gone through a lot of trials and tribulations, and through the experiences that we get in life, we literally go through one course after another, one lesson after another. This lesson is about trust. What is trust? We wake up in the morning and we immediately trust that the sun is not going to fall on top of us, that the moon will rise. We immediately trust. We trust when we wake up. We trust everything that's going to happen, that we can breathe, that there's oxygen. We already born trusting natural things that come our way just for us to survive, right? The sun, the moon, the air, the animals that are alive, the fruits of the trees, everything that is there. And we have many resources that we trust that are already there, right? What is trust? Trust provides this sincere security. We have this sense of security that everything is okay. We have this sense of security that everything is going to be exactly as we trust it to be, right? We believe in the reliability, something that is reliable, a person that is reliable, and their ability to perform the way they're supposed to perform in a contract, in a relationship, in a friendship. We rely on that someone or something. Like, for example, the computer, you rely on your computer. You rely on your phone that is giving you this information, right? You rely that you can use your phone to call someone in case of an emergency. You trust. You trust. So when you place a trust on a person, you have that confidence in your heart that this person is going to be honest, is going to have good intentions, is going to give you this sense of security, is going to make you feel comfortable. I can leave you at my store and I'm going to go to my home, and you as a cashier will just ring the orders without even me worrying at home that, oh, she's taking money, or she's maybe stealing, or maybe she's taking merchandise out of the store when I'm not there. So what happened? What do you think? There's so many cameras out there everywhere now because people started losing the trust, right? There's cameras everywhere. You think the cameras were there for what? For us to look at ourselves or to look at people for no reason? We started putting cameras out there because people stopped trusting people. Cameras at work, cameras at the restaurants, cameras at home, ring cameras for someone to knock at your door. We started, there's so much lack of trust out there, right? The belief in reliability is so important for us to understand that if you're going to be with someone, you have to feel this person is reliable, or this friend is reliable. That's the reason why in all the companies they have a supervisor, assistant manager, someone that's going to overlook the whole operation, and they trust this person to follow the procedures, to follow the rules of the company, to follow what's going on with the employees, to follow the policies and procedures of the company, the employee reprimand procedures. You know, that's an example. But at home, with your husband, with your partner, who is in charge? Well, we're in charge of that. In trust, you have the confidence that someone is being honest with you. But let's go back one more step. Remember, I always go back to us. Are you trustworthy? Is your word impeccable? When you say something that you're going to do at 6 o'clock, you do it. If you tell someone, I'm going to go pick up this for you, you do it. Is your word reliable? Are you reliable? Are you accountable? Are you impeccable with your words? Because remember, the impeccability of your word is so important, because that's how you start building the trust of others. And because we are in a world of balance, if you are trusted, you will get people that you can trust. You will not be lied to that much. If you're trusted and you do never take things that do not belong to you, right? And you always say the truth, you're honest, and you have integrity, right? But you also want that other person to have integrity on the things they say and they do, right? From the beginning I said, nobody has the responsibility to make you happy. Same thing with trust. Trust slowly is earned, right? It's not something that here are you born, so here's your certificate of trust. We all build our trust. We all build everything that we earn, right? We build the trust of our bosses, our friends, our husbands or wives, business partners. We build that trust. Why? How do we build it? Well, we build that trust through being a little bit vulnerable. We become kind of humble and we let them know things about us. Like, yeah, this is me. You open up, they get to know you, right? And they start noticing that you're reliable, punctual, honest, and that you don't have the need to lie about anything. It is what it is. At work, one time I made a big mistake in a purchase that I did. And what I loved the most is that I was afraid, but I thought I told the boss's son, I said, I made this mistake. It's a big mistake. I need help. I just don't know how it happened, but it happened, right? But what shocked me that day was that his behavior towards me after that changed. He was so nice and so patient compared to how he was before. I was even afraid to tell him about the mistake, but I came forward and I said it. So when you make a mistake and you say it, I made a mistake, I did the mistake, it's better than hiding it, because however you want it, however you put it, the truth will always come up. I always used to mix water with oil and mix it and show my children, look, can you mix what's happening to the oil? The oil is always surfacing to the top. You could never mix it. You could never, no matter what, the truth will always come. The truth will always show up. It will just show up one way or another. The truth will come forward just to slap you on your face, and then everybody starts to distrust you. You lose the trust of your children, the trust of your husband or your wife, because the truth will always come up, no matter how elaborate, no matter how genius you are at hiding that incident, or maybe a lover, or something you stole. No matter how good you are, because the lie is the oil, right? It would never mix. It will always be surfacing. It will always show up, no matter what. No matter, you can't hide anywhere, nowhere, ever. Because you know what? You can never hide from yourself. Therefore, when a lie happens or something dishonest happens, it's against the vibration of the natural beauty of earth, the natural balance of life, right? There's this balance. There was something dishonest happened there. And now what's going to happen? You'll have this light heart palpitation that, oh my gosh, they're going to find out, 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 they're going to find out. And then they find out, right? Or let's see that they didn't find out, but guess what? All those anxiety that you have, right? Like people that comes out of a party and they have a few drinks, they say, I'm gonna go home, I can drive, I'm feeling good. But believe it or not, one day it will catch up to them. That lie of driving with a few drinks will catch up to them. It could be something major, it could be something small, but it will catch up to them. And that everybody who knows that it has caught up to them can testify that lying about anything will always bring bad consequences, will always bring chaos when the truth comes out, right? So it is important to be able to trust, but trust yourself. Trust yourself also. Be trusted also. And trust others. But guess what about trusting that I'm going to show you today? You trust, but you verify. You trust, but you verify. Why do I say that? Because a lot of, let's see, online dating, right? You trust this person. Oh my goodness, he looks good, she looks good. Oh, all the check marks, beautiful, honest, blah, blah, blah. You have to verify that the person is who they say they are. You have to verify where this person lives, where's the family of this person. You have to verify. There's so many tragedies out there because we didn't verify, right? You didn't verify, you pay the consequences of being careless because, oh, but they told me to trust, I'm supposed to trust. But you have to trust and verify. You trust, but you verify, make sure. It's nothing wrong to verify, right? It's wrong not to verify, right? And it's also wrong not to trust because in business dealings, if you want to open a business and be successful, you have to have a degree of trust towards the other people, the other investors, the other buyers, the other sellers. You have to have this trust, right? A basic trust. You verify. When we buy merchandise from China, for example, we verify that this is not a distributor, that this is actually a factory, and that factory has reliable sources, and that you're not sending you money to some person that's lying to you, you know? Like all those scam calls and all those scam emails. Like, you get so many of them that say, oh, you just, I literally got one that called me and said, you just won the the Coca-Cola lottery. And I say, how much? Oh, it's $2 million, Mom. You just have to give me your information and I'll tell you how to get your money. I said, oh no, I'm a millionaire already, so you can keep it. Mom, what do you mean you don't want it? You don't want it? I said, no, I don't want it. He got so angry. And I said, give me your information so I can give you the money. You know, since I want $2 million, you can have it. Just give me all your information. And he hung up. I just thought it was funny because he was so frustrated. And his lie was just to scam people, steal people, lie to people, rob to people. But you think that those scammers out there, those hackers and all those thieves really don't pay the karma? Believe it or not, 100%. They steal, something is stolen. They take something, something is broken. And constantly they are facing this drama in their lives. People who are not trusted, believe it or not, face constant drama in their lives. And a lot of times they end up lonely in life in their old age because nobody trusted them. They gave them one chance and another chance and another chance, and they kept failing and failing and failing and failing and not showing up at those chances that were given to them, right? They were not able to follow up with the promises that they said they were going to give, right? So what happens is that people around them stops trusting them. The doors that used to be open start closing. The opportunities that were available stop showing up, right? So it's very important that you trust but you verify. Just like when they give you a new job, you give the resume, they interview you, and what happens? Oh, we'll call you, would you check your references, right? Why do they do that? Because, yeah, they're trusting you. They're trusting in that's your resume. They're trusting you are the person. You're trusting the ability that you did excellent in the interview. But wait a minute. We're going to verify, right? Same thing on everything. Same thing in your home. Same thing in your job, with your friendships. with everything. You trust them and you verify. You know, I've been blessed with friends that are amazing. What has been my verification for them? It has been them showing up and me showing up, and we are showing up, and every time that we plan something, we're able to rely on each other. They rely on me, I rely on them, and every time it's a pleasant gathering because everybody was reliable, honest, trusted on the things they say they would bring, let's say, to a potluck, to a party, to whatever. They were trusted. Another thing that is, if you learn anything from here, learn one thing. Do not, for no reason, lend money to no one. If you want to give money to someone that needs the help, do it. But don't lend it, because what happens is that that person maybe won't be able to pay you. Or maybe in history it's shown that friendships get broken. And most of the time has been because they have loaned the money without what? Verifying. How are you going to pay me back, right? But if you know your friend will be able to pay you back and you say, okay, yeah, in the past I have verified this is a brother-sister relationship, fine, it's different. Now in a marriage, it's a totally different world of trust, because the husband goes to work, the woman goes to work or to the market, whatever it is. But whatever both of them leave during the day, they have to be trusted. Trusted. Because believe it or not, out there, there's temptations of all kinds, right? And how do you hold that trust? Well, you know that you are what? You have integrity. And your partner has integrity. And that integrity mixed in the bowl is trust. You both have integrities, and you guys bring it to the marriage to trust each other. Because in a marriage, you guys have to trust each other. And yes, in a marriage, you have to verify. Unfortunately, everybody has passwords on their cell phones, right? And this is an issue that men hate. They go, why do they have this? Is my private. But it's your wife or your husband. And for safety purposes, you both need to be able to access each other's information, not to access each other's conversations with the friends, because sometimes men talk all kinds of stuff, and women, we sometimes talk all kinds of things, right? But that hiding and that suspicious behaviors. And one thing about the good thing about trust is that all of us, men and women, we have this intuition, right? When intuition is soft, it has a soft voice. Intuition is soft. It speaks to your heart like something is not right. Fear is loud. Like, oh, I haven't said it. He's seeing somebody. I'm sure he's seeing somebody. That's fear. Intuition is very subtle. It's very, it kind of is like a voice in your soul, in your heart. Fear is loud. You get afraid. You start checking phones. You start calling. You start following. You start being paranoid. That's fear. So also, if you learn something in this class of trust, you have to learn the difference between intuition and fear. There is a very good YouTube channel and programs that come in Mind Valley. Mind Valley has all these people that comes to teach you the meditations, the positive thinking, the manifestations, but also in Mind Valley, you learn a lot of skills on how to deal with all your intuition and wake up all that in your heart and in your soul. I would love to refer that to you also. It's in my description. And I hope this helps you in knowing how to be trustworthy and how to trust others, but always trusting and verifying the information. And I leave you this with lots of care, like I always say, and to the next time. Thank you.